Hey everybody, my name is BlakJak and welcome back to Assassin's Creed. In last episode, we went throughout the kingdom in order to reach Damascus. And here is one of the lovely views of the city. Wow, that is gorgeous. I love, like, the fucking views that this game has. It's so great. This episode, we're actually going to take on all of the, I think that's the poor district, is the first district of Damascus. So we're going to be tackling on the poor district of Damascus. And here is another cinematography, another cinematic view of the city. It's one of the walls that encapsulates this city so that we can find our way in. So, since this is the first time we're meeting a citizen that needs saving, we're going to do so. And in doing so, like I had stated in, I believe, the last episode, doing side missions such as synchronization points or the saving civilians. If you hear weird noises, just know that's my bird. He is still with me, doing weird stuff. Currently looking at me. But yeah, saving civilians or synchronization points net you objective points that give you synchronization bars. Do 15 side missions and you get 1 health bar. There are 20 health bars. You start off with 4. There are definitely more than enough side missions to get all the health, all 20 bars. So there's really not that much reason to go after all the side missions in order to get the full health, because you will eventually get a full bar result if you got like 1 or 2 or 3 in every level. There's a lot of them, especially if you're going after all the synchronization points. Saving civilians nets you 2 rewards. You can get a scholar group, such as this one, where you get to blend in with the scholars and you can bypass the guards. Or they offer you an extra source to escape being pursued by the enemy. Or you can get a vigilante group. And the vigilante group, they stop guards from chasing you physically by holding them still. And then you can get away much smoother. Or you can take that and kill them with the hidden blade or with the sword. It's really useful, especially later on when you're going to be being chased by a shit ton of guards and you don't want to have to deal with them. So it's useful to do them. I'm going to stop doing the save the civilians once I get the full health, because I don't see it too necessary to have what's it called? I don't see it too necessary to have the vigilante groups or the scholarly groups. I don't think they're really all too useful in this game. They can be, but they're not the most useful thing. Particularly because you're Altair, and you're just this badass who can climb anything and kill anyone at any given time. So I don't really see much point in evading them. Also, you can easily just escape them by climbing up a building, losing sight, and then jumping into one of the many top garden things that you can, or not, I don't know what they're called, but like the gazebo things that you can just jump into. There's hundreds of them. So there's like 100 different ways to avoid getting its combat. Also, just killing the guards is another way to stop the guards from chasing you. But if you don't want to spend like 20 minutes fighting 30 guards, I can see why you want to just escape. As Bentley says in slide 2, it's not always a bad idea to run away from the enemies. You don't always have to fight them. I forgot the actual quote, but I'm paraphrasing here. That is not a hint to my next playthrough. At all. Hint, hint. But yeah. So let's just save this guy really quickly. I believe he also gives us scholar group. I want to see if I can find a dude with vigilante groups.
He's not the last of them. I hope so. Still, best not to take any chances. I'll hurry home. Don't think I'll leave it again anytime soon, either. You've done me a kindness, young man. Be assured, I won't forget it.
Right, so this guy gives you scholars. Okay, so they also have like little banters with you, but they start repeating themselves after you save like 5 of them. There's a bunch of different people that need help. Sometimes it's women, sometimes it's men, sometimes it's like scholars, sometimes it's whomever. It's I think I pretty much nailed the whole group of people. But yeah, it's just like you either get a scholar group or a vigilante group. In the last episode, I was talking about the fighting in this game and how much I enjoy it compared to some of the later games and how refined it is in those games. This game is very basic in terms of its combat, but I will say that I thoroughly enjoy the combat. I think it's really fun to dissect each and every enemy and see how you will fight them. And what's cool about the enemies too is like if you take out enough of them, sometimes they get scared and they just start running away. And like you just don't have to fight them until like another group comes in and they want to kill you. So here are the vigilante groups. Like I mentioned before, they just stop guards from chasing you. That's all they do. I'm gonna stop showing. I'm gonna cut out the maps, so just keep that in mind. Sometimes you'll see like a weird like jolt. Just know that's me editing the maps out or the pause screen. Sometimes I since I play these games for a long time, I tend to pause and like do other shit and then come back to it. So know that sometimes you may see like a quick cut to something or like there's like a weird like stutter. That's not the game. That's me pausing the game and just editing it out in post. I do show pretty much as I can. But I avoid like the boring stuff. Like if there's like a really long wait, like if I'm just waiting in hiding for like a few minutes, sometimes it does take like a minute or so for it to go away before you can escape the hiding space. Sometimes I just fast forward it, or I'll fast forward like a really long fight, or like if there's a lot of fighting in this and it's already like an hour long, I want to shorten down. Like right there. That was just me checking the map real quick. Just know I'm going to do that. That's about it. So the way I'm going to be structuring these videos so far is I'm going to be taking on these synchronization points, and then along the way I'm going to be doing all the save the civilians until I get full health. And then once I do that, which will take, I think it's memory block 5, I think is when I get about full health. I'm just going to do the synchronization points, and whenever I find a mission, I'm just going to go to the mission. For the most part, you don't have to go see I think they're called Rafikis. Right? I think that's what they're called. You don't have to actually go to the mission officers in each level and have to deal with their little cutscene. You can just straight on go and hunt for the target and then walk up to them and be like, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is my idea, this is where I'm going to be, this is how it's going to happen. They're going to be like, alright, this is a dumb idea, but you have no other backup plan, so I guess this is good enough. And then you're going to be sent out to go and kill the target. You don't actually have to walk up to the Assassin Bureau, talk to them, and then do the missions. You can just go straight to the missions if you want to. I accidentally did that with, I think it was the first Jerusalem area, because you come back to each city. So just to explain the structure of this game real quick, you have 3 main cities. You have Acre, Jerusalem, Damascus, and within those cities, each of the 9 targets that you're going to be facing is in one district of the city, so you're going to be coming back to each city 3 times. So I forget if it's the first one or like the second one, Jerusalem. I know it's Jerusalem. So I don't remember which one it is. But I accidentally did 1 or 2 of the missions, and then I realized, oh shit, my bad. I did too many of them. Also, you don't have to do all the missions. You only have to do like 2 or 3 of them. Depending on where you are in the story, I think the most you have to do is 4. But I think it was the first Jerusalem district then that I messed up on. Because I think I only had to do 2 missions, and I had just finished the second mission before realizing I had messed up and wanted to talk to the dude who was giving out missions. So it must have been the first Jerusalem part. With that. But yeah, so anyway, like I was saying before about the battling system, I do like the battling in this game, but I think the ones in the sequels kind of not make it too easy. I wouldn't say that. I guess they streamlined it in a way that makes it more viable for like new players of the game to enjoy it, and it's simple enough for people to grasp it and get through the fights much quicker, which I will give them credit to that. But like, I feel like the fighting in this game is more fun than in 2 or maybe Brotherhood, although I think it's more enjoyable in 2 and Brotherhood, which is funny enough. Because you get through the combat in those games so much quicker than you do in this game. But like I said, I'm going to be tackling that combat system and like how those games feel later on when I tackle on Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, Revelations 3, 4, whatever, Rogue, all those other games. I'll be taking them on as, you know, I keep going. I still don't know how, like, the next game I want to play after Assassin's Creed. Like, I've been thinking about it since I already finished Assassin's Creed. Like, I've been really itching to play the Sly games again. That's like the 4th time, or like 3rd or 4th time I played Sly Cooper for YouTube. But I do love Sly Cooper so much. And since I haven't played it for this channel, it gives me an excuse to come back to an old favorite of mine. So I might do Sly 2. I don't know yet. I might play one of the games I picked up recently at my local mom and pop shop. Oh man, I love that place. I don't know yet. I haven't really thought it out yet. I still have to write the review and record it and edit it and all that other jazz. So I don't know why I'm thinking about the next game, but like, I feel like that's just kind of how I have to do it. To myself, like, I gotta be like, hey, I'm done with this game. Now let's start focusing on the next one, even though I'm not even like even halfway done with any of the stories. I kind of want to do Batman again, but like, I don't know if I want to do it chronologically like I did in my other channel, or if I just want to do it the way the games came out, which I feel like is probably the way I should be doing it, but I don't know. I have no idea how I want to do it. I haven't really figured that one out. I might do Asylum first, just to shake things up, because I like Origins, and I'm going to be just moving on to a side tangent real quick. I like Origins, but like, I've played it too many times. I played it like, I think Origins is probably the game I played most, because I did all 3 playthroughs. I did the regular playthrough, the New Game Plus, and then I did the I Am the Night mode in Origins, and then I played it for YouTube, and then I played it again recently, and then I was showing my girlfriend it, so I played that one again. So I played it like maybe 5 or 6 times. And then like, like City is my favorite one. Definitely City is my favorite Arkham game. And I've only played that game like twice. I've only played Asylum like once or twice. I don't remember how many I played. And I played through Night twice. I did I did the regular play, then I played the New Game Plus, both 100%ing them. That game was alright, but it's definitely not City. So, but yeah, I guess I'll tackle that game when I get to Batman games. I have too many video games. Or some may say not enough. I don't know. I have a lot of video games. So I have a lot of movie games too. Like, I'm trying to think, maybe I should tackle like a shitty like movie game. Like I have Shark Tale for the PlayStation 2. And like the only thing stopping me from playing that game is the copyright issue, because in that game they have like what's that song? Can't Touch This by, was it MC Hammer, right? I think it's his name. And like you play that song like maybe twice in that game, and like, I kind of don't want to deal with that copyright bullshit. But But I have like Shrek 2, and I have like Kim Possible, the video game, and like Teen Titans game. Because like when I was a kid, I bought video games of like the movies and shows I like. Like I have Kung Fu Panda, like on PlayStation 2. So like, you know, I bought the games and stuff for the movies I liked. So I just have a bunch of movie and TV video games, and it's like some of them are really bad, some of them are like really fun. Like Shrek 2 is dumb fun, and then you have like Ed, Edd n Eddy, which is mediocre. But I just have so many like shitty games, and like the other day I was at my mom and pop shop and I picked up this Powerpuff Girls game, and I played like maybe like half an hour into the game, and I was like, I gotta play this for YouTube. This game is so repetitive and dumb, but like the writing is funny, and not to say like in current year, like whatever, like oh it's 2019, but like in like a current year's like sensibilities and mindset, some of the like the writing in that Powerpuff Girls game is just like, oh, that was okay a few years ago. Oh man, it was really dumb. But yeah, I can't wait to play through that game. I don't even know the name of it. Oh, it's like Powerpuff Girls something. It's the game where like, was it pickles? Were they like flying pickles? I think it was like alien pickles, something like that, where like the alien pickles come down, and yeah, it's really dumb. But you know, like I like when I find a game like that, like there's just a part of me that's like, I remember enjoying this show or like this movie or whatever. Like I probably have like 7 or 8 Dragon Ball Z games just for the fact that they're Dragon Ball Z games, and like none of them are good except for maybe Raging Blast 2 and maybe Budokai 3. You know, but like like I just have so many of them. Like I have Simpsons Hit and Run, and you know, like that's just another that game alone though was a really good game though. Like, but that's what I'm saying though. Is like I just like collecting weird, like Chicken Little and like the sequel to the Chicken Little game. Like I have just these games from my childhood that I played because I enjoyed them, and I kind of want to share that that like reminiscence and experience with y'all, with you guys. So I don't know if I want to move on to like a really dumb game, or if I want to move on to like an actual fun and good art game, or maybe even like a really bad game. I don't know. Like I have some bad games. I have this Frogger game. I don't remember. It's like the quest for something. I forgot the name of it. I have it somewhere in my giant wall of video games. Not even something that big, but it's like on a shelf somewhere. But like I have it somewhere, and this game is terrifying. That game is scary, and it's not supposed to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know when the graphics to a game are just unintentionally scary? That's that Frogger game, and it's really weird. It's like this third-person adventure game where you play as the titular Frogger, and you have the ability to spit at enemies. And like, I think you can like punch them or something, or like you have like frog fu, I think it's called, or frog karate. I forgot the hell it's called. But like, he goes around and like punches shit, but like you can't fight the goblins because the goblins are like invincible or something. It's a really weird game. And that game, like, as a kid, scared the shit out of me because of how terrifying it looked. And, like, honestly, like, if I were to play it now, I probably wouldn't scare me now. It's just, like, when I was a kid, like, that game was horrifyingly scary. Also, I was a dumb kid. Not that I'm saying I'm not smart now, because I'm still a retard. But, like, I'm, like, a massive dumbass. Like, I won't lie to you. But, like as a kid, like I couldn't get past this one like boat level where you're in like a river and you have to like fight cats or something. I don't remember. Or, like there's like this alligator and a lizard enemy or something. What was the lizard? Fuck, I don't know. Whatever. There's like this just like I just remember the cats. I remember going into the room, you have to fight like 3 cats and you get a key. You have to like climb up this like big ship. Like this like cruiser type ship. Oh man. Game was weird. And then like at the end to beat the level you have to ring the bell, but I was an idiot. I didn't know how to ring the bell as a kid. I didn't realize I could just shoot it with my spit. Or rather, I didn't know I can go into first person and then shoot it with my spit, because the game never told me how to do that, and I lost the manual because I was a little shit who didn't take care of his video games as a kid. But now I do, which is great. But yeah, it's just one of those games. I have.
And his starving men. Most fortunate for them both, each having something the other wanted.
Excuse me. Sorry about that. Choking on my own saliva. Is always great. Is always great. What was I saying? But yeah, like I just have like a ton of these like dumb games that like I probably shouldn't have, but like I do because they have like a soft spot. Like just somewhere that like, and like I don't know if that's a game I want to go into after this game. I don't know if I want to play Sly Cooper and just enjoy Sly Cooper for the greatness that is Sucker Punch. You know, like I don't know what I want to do right now. I am gonna play Sly Cooper probably. That's most likely what I want to do. So I'm probably gonna do Sly 2 after this. I don't know yet. Don't get your hopes up for a weird movie game, because I don't know if I want to do that. I have no idea yet. I haven't really figured it. Like Jimmy Neutron and the Attack of the Twonkies is staring at me right now. Like that's another game I want to play. I haven't played that one. I have on the Game Boy. I have it for Game Boy, and that game's kind of fun, but like weird at the same time. But like I don't know. I don't know what I want yet. I know I want to play a PS2 game, most definitely. But like I don't know which one I want to play. I don't know if I want to play an old game. I don't know if I want to play a PS4 game. I don't know. And like if I am gonna play a PS4 game, I don't know which one I want to play, because like I don't want to play a game that, because like a lot of the PS4 games I have are like sequels to other games. Like I have Metal Gear 5, and like I don't want to play that game until I get past Peace Walker, which is coincidentally the next game in the series. Other than Portable Ops, I don't have a way to play Portable Ops for YouTube. At least I haven't figured out a way how to work with OBS correctly. Because the last time I worked with OBS, everything crashed, and I lost a ton of... Oh, wait, I wasn't using OBS. Shit. You're right, I wasn't using OBS. Or rather, I'm right, I wasn't using OBS. I don't know why I do that. I'm getting off topic. I'm just trying to find things to talk about. I have to fill an hour of running around and mindlessly gathering all the viewpoints aimlessly until I get into the actual meat of the level. So I'm just trying to like fill out the time right now. What was I talking about? Fuck, I totally forgot. Oh right, yeah, shitty videos. So like I don't know if I want to play like because like one of the games okay, so just to let you guys know, before playing Destroy All Humans, I had played through this game. Actually, not even. Before I played this game, even before I played a Game Boy game called Yu Yu Hakusho Spirit Detective. And I played that game, beat it in like 3 hours. I thought it was funny to just play through it. I played it on the Game Boy Advanced, one of the emulators. I forgot what. I think I have Visual Boy. I think that's the one I have. I own a copy of it, just so anyone. I thought that guy was a Templar, which is why I killed him out of nowhere. One more thing. I wanted to mention this real quickly. Actually important towards the game. If you're actually saving the citizens, make sure you're locking on to their guards to start the mission, because if they pick a fight with you, chances are that you won't save the citizen if you kill all the guards, because the civilian will run away. because the game's AI will take over as like the civilian is a regular NPC. So the NPC will just run away like a normal NPC. And when it does that, all you have to do is run away, and wait a little bit and then come back. Or if you have the red blinking thing, hide, wait for it to go away, and then come back. That's all you have to do. It's not really difficult, but just letting you know, there have been times in this game where in this playthrough even, where actually there are times in this playthrough where I get into a fight with a guard, and then the guards of a civilian that's being harassed by them start fighting me, and I don't even realize I'm fighting the guards in this film. I just think I'm being attacked by random guards, like another group of guards that just so happens to be in the area, you know. So I kill them and don't even realize the civilian is being saved until after I kill them. But yeah, so I don't know if I want to get into a PS4 game. I mean, I have like 1 or 2, maybe like 3 games that I would like to play for YouTube. That aren't necessarily like sequels to other games that I have. Like I wouldn't mind playing them, but like I don't know if I want to play Watch Dogs. You know what I mean? Like as the next game after this, because that's like another Ubisoft game. And I don't know if I want to play another game from Ubisoft after playing this one. I don't know. I do have Yakuza 0 for PS4, and that game is fucking brilliant. I love that game to death, but I don't know if I want to play that game. Just because I don't want to sit there for like 12 hours and edit footage of me playing the fucking minigame where you help the what are they? Hostesses, the hostess bar thing. Like I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do that again. Because I already did it once. You know, I don't want to do it again. Even though I love that game, I don't know if I want to do that again. I have no idea yet. I haven't really thought about it. But that game also took me like 40 hours to beat, and like that's another issue I have is like RPGs. Although I want to play RPGs, they're really long, and I don't know how I want to get around doing it.
It is good to see you, and in one piece.
You as well, friend.
I am sorry for your troubles. Think nothing of it. A few of your brothers were here earlier, in fact. Oof, if you'd heard the things they said, I'm certain you'd have slain them where they stood.
It's quite all right.
Yes, you've never been one for the creed, have you?
Is that all?
I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget myself. What business brings you to Damascus?
A man named Tamir. Al-Muallim takes issue with the work he does. I meant to end it. Now tell me where to find him.
Surely you remember how to track an enemy.
Of course. Learn where he will be and when. But that sort of work is best left for... I understand.
Go and search the city. Determine what he's planning and where he works. Preparation makes the victor.
What can you tell me of him?
Tamir makes his living as a black market merchant, so the souk district should be your destination. I would suggest you seek out the following places. A small souk northeast of here, the madrasa to our east, and in the gardens north of this bureau. Focus on these places and he should become well known to you.
I assume you want me to return to you when this is done.
Yes. Come back to me. I'll give you Al-Muallim's marker and you'll give us Tamir's life.
As you wish.
Remember, Altair, if you find yourself in trouble and the city turned against you, return to the bureau. I can shelter you from the storm. Be warned though, if your enemies are too close, my door will remain closed until you've lost them. Do you understand?
Yes. To bring the enemy inside would compromise the Brotherhood.
Very well. Off you go.
I clearly don't like that rule. You'll soon see why I don't like that rule. Not like actually don't like that rule. But yeah, so now we can finally tackle the missions. So I think I'm gonna do the interrogation mission first. Oops, that was my fault. My bad. I actually remember doing that. I thought I had the ledge grab, but I forgot you don't get that until memory block 4, I think. And I was like, yeah, I can make that. No, I can't. All right. Alrighty. So here is the interrogation.
man better than I. Come close. Hear the tale I have to tell of a merchant prince without peer. Some say, were it not for Tamir, Salah ad-Din's men would have surely turned on him. Could be we won the battle because of that man.
Perfect. So now he's gonna walk away all smug and shit. Look at his little hat. Alright, I'm just kidding. So, you have to make sure that you're in a secluded area, and what the game deems a secluded area is just an area where the guards can't see you start the fight. Because if they see you start the fight, they will intervene, and then you have to restart the mission. But the other part to secluded area is make sure there are no mercenaries. And the mercenaries are the NPCs that you can steal knives from. So for instance, this right here, this gentleman right over here with the belt on his chest, that guy is a mercenary. And if a mercenary sees you pick a fist fight with someone, they will join in. It's a lot more annoying having to fight this dude when you have 2 or 3 mercenaries attacking you all at the same time. It's not that bad,
Quite a bit about Tamir.
but it's annoying.
Tell me what he's planning.
I know only the stories I tell, nothing more.
A pity. There's no reason to let you live if you've nothing to offer in return.
Wait! There is one thing.
Continue.
He is preoccupied as of late. He oversees the production of many weapons.
What of it? They're meant for Salah ad-Din. This does not help me, which means it does not help you.
No, stop, listen! Not Salah ad-Din. They're for someone else. The crests these arms bear, they are different, unfamiliar. It seems Tamir supports another, but I know not who.
Is that all?
Yes. I've told you everything I know.
Then it's time for you to rest.
I like how the mercenary just happened to walk by as I killed that guy, and he was like, I want nothing to do with this at all. You can have your kill, friend. Backs away slowly. Alrighty, so this guy gave us some pertinent information about Tamir and his potential whereabouts. I didn't read what it said, so whatever. Now we're going to eavesdrop on some fools and learn about some more information that will help us with Tamir. Now, for this memory block, and I think the next memory block as well, you only have to do like 2 missions to progress through the game. You don't have to do all of them. But I'm going to do all of them. You don't have to do all of them. Some memory blocks make me do like 3 or 4 of them. But that's just like as the game progresses. You don't have to do all, however many there are. Those are like 6 of them. You don't have to do everyone, is what I'm trying to say. So like if you're stuck on the one informant mission, you don't have to do it.
I'm telling you, it's rats. No, it's children. I hear them laughing. Rats or children. Either way, it's bad for business. All that noise! Someone needs to get up on those beams and clear them out. I wonder how they're getting up there. Must be through the central courtyard. Then we should ask the guard to have a look. Ah, they're all much too busy polishing the backside of their master.
And just like that, we know that we can cross the beams in the central courtyard. So, yeah, it's stuff like that. And like that would be more than enough information to know where Tamir is and how to kill him. But since I'm a good little Genin, I'm gonna learn all I can, and then earn my next upgrade or whatever. Yeah. Whew. Alrighty, so next up is another interrogation, and then we're gonna have to do a 2 pickpockets and another interrogation. Actually, there's 3 interrogations. I thought there was an informant in this district, but I guess not. So yeah, we took care of the 3 main types, I guess. Main type loosely, because there's still the informant missions. But the ones that the game has taught us about. That's about it. So yeah, let's eavesdrop on these guys, see what they're talking about.
He's called another meeting. What is it this time? Another warning? Another execution?
No, he has work for us to do.
Which means we won't be paid. He's abandoned the ways of the Merchant Guild. Does as he pleases now.
He treats us as if we were his servants. And the guard does nothing to stop him.
Enough. We must go. If we're late, he'll be angry, and we'll suffer for it.
Perhaps one day, someone will have the courage to stand up to him.
Perhaps. But until that day arrives, we should do as told.
Alrighty, so Tamir is within the souk. I don't know what a souk is, but he's within it. Oh my god, did she just chuck her pot at me? What the fuck was that? I totally missed that. Did I like bump into her and like she like threw that at me? She was all mad at me and shit for like touching her. I almost said inappropriately. Touching her yeah, that would get people pissed. I meant like contextually. In the game where like
To be done. It's only a matter of time before someone else discovers it.
Tell him then, it's in his best interest to keep the souk secure.
He won't meet with me. Too busy with this new deal of his.
And the guards?
Tried already. They won't lift a finger unless the order comes from him.
Then what will you do?
I'll go to Nukud.
The Merchant King? He won't see you.
He doesn't have to. I've written him a letter that explains the problem. He can read it and decide for himself.
was she all mad at me because I like bumped into her, so she got to like get revenge by throwing a fucking pot at me? That shit's on her head. I'm assuming that there's something in it. You know? Word of... did I, like, rip that dude's spine out? Holy crap. A word of warning. Whenever you bump someone with, like, a pot on their head or like, they're carrying something, and they drop it and it breaks, it makes noise. And that noise, ends up... what's it called? Attracting guards' attentions. So, just know that, all the NPCs around you are just a distraction, and they get in your way and the guards will attack you. There are some NPCs that are just programmed to annoy the fuck out of you. Like there's poor people.
Do you understand?
Yes.
That
I am
sounded
to
horrible.
deliver the letter to your merchant friend.
And you know who to see?
The same man as always.
Do not think to betray my presence in this city. We have many eyes, many ears.
And many arms, yes. Good for silencing those who say too much. I know this well. You have my word.
Good. Then be quick about it. Time is short.
Like there are poor people that beg for money, and like this game doesn't have a money mechanic in it, so you can't really do anything to them. I'll show this off, but like if you walk away from them and climb up a building, they'll start throwing rocks at you. These are little shitbags like that. There's also like drunkards that walk up to you and like push you out of the way. As fucked up as it is, like there are some what's the best way to put it? I gotta choose my words carefully here. There are some mentally handicapped people, I guess is the best way to put it, that and this game is horrible when it comes to that, like, oh, it's bad, but yeah, they like they act the same as the drunkards, so like they walk up to you and like they just shove you and they like start like picking fights with you. It's pretty bad. Really insensitive, but yeah. It's really funny thinking about it now.
Oh, it wasn't easy, my friend. No, not at all. Cursed merchant caught me trying to steal from him. Called for help.
I can't imagine the guards were pleased.
At least a dozen of them appeared. All well armed and spoiling for a fight.
What did you do?
I ran over, under, and through the crowd. Knocked over a few stalls for good measure. But they kept coming.
Then how did you escape?
With a little help from my friends.
What do you mean?
There's a couple of my brothers who gather around the southeastern exit of the souk. They let me pass and then turned their attention towards the guards. Kept them distracted while I got away. Without their help, I wouldn't be here right now.
And with that, we did all the missions in Damascus. Dang, dude, like, I didn't even, like... That wasn't even, like, I fucking, like, tackled you. I, like, walked into you. You didn't have to throw the pottery 20 feet. Jesus. Shit is wild. But yeah, so it's time to find Tamir and take him out. Take him out. Alright? Got this. Let's go back, talk to this mission informant, whose name I don't know. Because I wasn't paying attention. He looks like the guy from the beginning of the Messiah area where he's like, oh yeah, you probably would have killed him or whatever.
Altair, welcome, welcome.
I've done what you asked. Now give me the marker.
First things first. Tell me what you know.
Tamir rules over the Souk El Salah. He makes his fortune selling arms and armor and is supported by many in this endeavor. Blacksmiths, traders, financiers. He's the largest death dealer in the land.
And have you devised a way to rid us of this blight?
A meeting is being arranged at Souk El Salah to discuss an important sale. They say it's the largest deal Tamir has ever made. He'll be distracted with his work. That's when I'll strike.
Your plan seems solid enough. I give you leave to go.
Alright, let's grab this feather.
Let
And,
Al-Mualims will be done. You may rest here until you are ready.
Let's go and kill this merchant king. Or whatever. So what I find fascinating is that these targets that you're facing are actually like real people that have existed in the past. They're pretty cool to learn about. I don't know how they died. I just know that they were at one point real people, and like Robert de Sable was a real lieutenant of King Richard. Pretty cool, but I don't remember what his thing was. Wait, was it Roberto Sable? Sorry, not Roberto Sable. Garnier. Sorry, not Roberto Sable. I don't know about Roberto Sable, but I know that Garnier, who is one of the targets that I'll be facing, was a real person, and I forgot, like, he fought in like the last battle of Arsuf or something, or like I forgot what I know. I looked it up because I was like, is this a real person? And I got like, yeah, Garnier de Neblu's 10th Grandmaster of the Knights of Hospitaller. Yeah, so he was like a real person. Fought in the Battle of Arsuf. Yeah, so like was an actual person.
No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
If you just have a look. I have no interest in calculation.
Other than that, I don't know like
Numbers change
what
nothing.
he's done.
Your men have failed to fill the order, which means I have failed my client. We need more time. This is the excuse of a lazy or incompetent man. Which are you? Neither. What I see says otherwise. Now, tell me, what do you intend to do to solve this problem of ours? These weapons are needed now. I see no solution. The men work day and night, but your client requires so much, and the destination. It is a difficult route. Would that you could produce weapons with the same skill as you produce excuses. I have done all I can.
It is not enough.
Then perhaps you ask too much.
Too much?
I gave you everything. Without me, you would still be charming serpents for coin. All I ask in return was you fill the orders I bring you, and you say I ask too much? You dare disrespect me? Peace, Tamir. I meant no insult. Then you should have kept your mouth shut. No, stop! Stop? I'm just getting started. No! Stop! You came into my souk, stood before my men, and dared to insult me? Place! No. Leave the body. Let this be a lesson to the rest of you. Think twice before you tell me something cannot be done. Now get back to work.
So I was right about Roberto Sable. He was actually a real lieutenant of King Richard's during the Battle of Arsuf. Apparently died during the battle. Neato. I don't know anything about Tamir, which is what I'm looking for right now. I want to see if I can find any information about him. But this is such like a small-time dude compared to Garnier
Be at peace.
Sable.
You'll pay for this. You and all your kind.
It seems you're the one pays now, my friend. You'll not profit from suffering any longer.
You think me some petty death dealer, suckling at the breast of war? A strange target, don't you think? Why me, when so many others do the same?
You believe yourself different, then?
Oh, but I am. For I serve a far nobler cause than mere profit. Just like my brothers.
Brothers.
Ah, but he thinks I act alone. I am but a piece. A man with a part to play. You'll come to know the others soon enough. They won't take kindly to what you've done.
Good. I look forward to ending their lives as well.
Such pride. It will destroy you, child.
So once you kill your target, like I did, Tamir is actually super easy. You just walk up to him and stab him. not a hard target to kill. But once you do that, you have to you get a cool little cutscene of Altair talking with the Templars. Another cool thing about this game is when you're running away, occasionally like the chase cam will appear, and if you hit the left bumper, or I'm assuming on the PS3 version it's the L2. Unless I'm going to hope it's the L2 button. The camera will like zoom out and like it'll just show you being chased by the enemy. It's pretty cool. I like the chase camera. I don't think it's like heavily necessary. I don't think it's like one of the things that needs to be in an Assassin's Creed game, but it's kind of cool to have anyway. So yeah. Now our next objective is to go into hiding for a day or so. Just call it a day. But what was I saying about the PS4 games? Oh yeah, I was just mentioning that like I don't know what game, if any PS4 game I have that isn't like a sequel that I want to play. I don't know. Just have to think about
Word
it.
has reached me of your victory, Altair. You have my gratitude and my respect.
Thank you.
It is a shame that the other assassins continue to hold you in such poor regard.
Rafik, I do not care what the others think of me.
As you wish, Altair. You should bring news of your victory to Al-Mualim. I'm certain he has more work for you to do.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Cool beans. So with that, once you beat, or rather, take the life of one of your targets, memory block will either end, or you'll get fast traveled back to Messiah. But since the end of the memory block, we get ripped out of the Animus and get forced to deal with Vidic and Lucy once more.
Out of the machine, Mr. Miles.
What's the matter, Doc?
Miss Stillman is once again insisting I let you rest.
That total bitch. Making me rest. Yeah, Lucy's a terrible person. Thanks, Lucy.
So, feel like telling me who put the stick up his ass?
We have a deadline. 1 week. Well, 6 days now.
Deadline?
I can't talk about it.
Man, put yourself in my shoes. I'm being held hostage by a group of scientists. At least I think you're scientists. And forced to spend all day in some crazy-ass machine. You won't tell me what you're looking for or why you want it, but I'm supposed to be thanking you for keeping me alive. This is so fucked. Sorry, but it is.
What do you want me to do?
Let's see. I don't know. Maybe give me some answers?
I can't. And it's better this way. Safer.
Safer for who?
Both of us.
Hey, you know what? I've got a question I think you can actually answer.
What's up?
Why is it that sometimes the guys in there talk like they're from the future?
The future?
I mean the present. Now, today, whatever.
You've probably noticed that English has become the official language of the Holy Land.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The Animus is translating speech it deems vital into more modern English, so expect a few anachronisms. I could probably make it more authentic, but... You ever read Chaucer?
Who?
Yeah, definitely not for you.
Can you tell me more about Abstergo? What goes on here? Beyond the whole keeping me prisoner thing.
Abstergo is one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the world. Their primary focus is antidepressants. There's some information on the computer over there.
But you already said this isn't about testing a drug. So what's the deal?
I don't like where this is going.
So it's safe to assume the Animus is not a part of their public face.
What, you haven't seen the commercials?
Oh my god. She has a sense of humor.
I'm sorry, Desmond. I've got a lot of work to do. Like I said, if you want to know more about the company, take a look at the computer. The telecommunications stuff is particularly interesting.
Alrighty. Well, in other words, she's telling us to go through her emails. Duh. So each day, at this point, you get to read the emails, and I'm going to let them read. I'm not going to read them to you because I'm horrible at reading things. But they do tell you about the backstory of the incident that happened before Desmond was kidnapped. Or rather, I guess, slightly before he was kidnapped. I don't really know what the time frame is. So this is pretty much like the terms and services of being an Abstergo employee, I assume. But it's kind of cool to like read through this and like how it builds the modern world around this tiny room. You don't ever get to leave your bedroom, the Animus room, or I guess it's like a boardroom. Maybe it's like a conference room. But yeah. And then here is the one where there's a hint that you can swipe the access key off of Vidic to get into his emails. And if you get into his emails, I believe there's a password for your door, if I'm not mistaken, that allows you to escape your door, which is pretty neat. And I think at one point there's another email that allows you to go into the conference room so you can read one of the emails of the head Abstergo bossman. But at the time, you don't have access to Vidic's computer, because I think if you do, he'll just type in the wrong answer. Or rather, the wrong password, and it's kind of cool. But other than that, we're pretty much done with everything we have to do in here. There's really nothing else.
I can't even change my clothes.
There's really nothing else that Desmond can do, so we're just going to go to sleep and start the following day. Whoa, what was that? No, I guess it's not important. Whatever.
Let's go, Mr. Miles. Time's wasting.
All right, well, that was a quick little pep talk to getting me into Animus ready states, whatever. Fucker.
Where's Lucy?
Oh, don't worry. She'll be with us soon enough.
So why are you doing all this, Doc? What are you hoping to accomplish?
You turned the television on lately? Read the newspaper?
Never cared much for that stuff.
Then, let me sum it up for you. The world's a mess. It's pathetic, really. You've seen it firsthand yourself. 1,000 years between you and your ancestor, and society remains just as barbaric, just as stupid.
And your point is?
Order, Mr. Miles. The world needs order. That is what we're working towards, and that is what you're helping us to achieve.
You expect me to believe you're building a better tomorrow?
That's exactly what we're doing. The human race calls out for direction. They want to know why they're here, what they're meant to do. Well, we're going to tell them. And once they understand how to live their lives, everything will be better.
Better how?
An end to all conflicts, large and small.
Isn't that what you assassins strive for? Peace in all things?
I told you, I'm not an assassin.
Right.
I still don't see where I fit into things.
In time, Mr. Miles. In time, you'll understand. Or you won't. I don't care either way, as long as you show us where it is.
Where what is?
Sorry.
Yes, we are.
I think that was an audio glitch right there. I don't know what she's supposed to say. I don't remember. Oh well, so we're done talking with Vidic, which means now it's time to hop into the Animus. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next... Jeez, Vidic, relax, fuck. I'll see you guys in the next part of Assassin's Creed. Toodaloo.